still watching Breakfast Central on News Central. It's Tuesday, the 14th day of December 2021. Well, from Nigeria, I will be taking you to Kenya, where the veteran opposition leader, none other than Raila Odinga, has finally announced he would make his fifth bid for the country's presidency in next year's election, ending months of suspense following a surprise truce with his, former foe, and perhaps you might call him friend, President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Now, the announcement follows speculation that the 76-year-old, who was the face of Kenya's opposition for decades, had struck a power-sharing deal with Kenyatta to secure his backing for the top job.
On this day of December 10th, 2021, I, Raila Odinga, having been faithful and committed to building a national, democratic and progressive Kenya in our lifetime, having worked for many patriotic Kenyans to achieve this goal, I do hereby accept to present myself as a presidential candidate at the presidential elections on the 9th of August 2022.
So that's opposition leader Raila Odinga declaring his fifth bid for a presidency in Kenya yet again. Well, one man who can tell us all about it and how he's fared in the first, second, third and fourth round is our East Africa correspondent Abdin Arden. Abdin, morning to you, bro. Is Raila Odinga yet again for presidency on the bid?
A very good morning to you too, Oli and Olu. Indeed, it has been a very memorable Jamhuri Day, which was preceded by Azimio la Umoja. So it has actually been a week that has been a very, very promising for former Prime Minister Raila Odinga.
All right. Now, Raila Odinga is doing this for the fifth time, and this time it says is in the race to mold an indivisible nation. What are your thoughts on that?
In terms of speaking about Raila Odinga, widely described as enigma of Kenyan politics, actually the handshake between him and the President Uhuru Kenyatta was one that charted a new path for the country as far as post-election related misunderstanding and lack of tolerance. And the handshake, even as President Uhuru Kenyatta said it in his address during the Jamhuri Day celebrations, it really contributed to his service to the nation since he had no pressure at all. Therefore, former Prime Minister Right Honorable Raila Odinga has indeed reiterated that he wants to leave this country as a statesman. And since the 2003 elections, when they broke the jinx of the former ruling party, KANU, ever since, Raila's name has been very synonymous with Kenyans, especially during elections.
And here's what Odinga said during the declaration. Some quotes from the man himself. He says that I do hereby accept to present myself as a presidential candidate for the presidential elections of the 9th of August 2022, and I am committed to building a democratic and progressive Kenya in our lifetime. Well, Abdin, this is coming just after Jamhuri Day in Kenya, and Odinga basically comes out less than 24 hours later to declare with so much support he's getting. Do you think he'll get that ticket as it stands?
At the moment, something unusual has happened in Kenyan politics, especially during ahead of the elections. The last three general elections, Raila Odinga won his own, and the other coalitions were actually stronger, and the tyranny of numbers. Before then, we had the 2007 general elections. The 2002 general elections was also one that was very historical for Raila Odinga when he said Kibaki Tosha. But Olu and Oli, this forthcoming August 2022 elections, Raila Odinga indeed has been endorsed by the Mount Kenya Foundation, the billionaires. He's got an endorsement from various figures in the country, very influential political backing. And this time, he is not on his own, neither are his former principals with him. Speaking of former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi, Moses Wetangula, and recently the participation the way Kenyans expressed the support for him during the Azimio la Umoja historical event has really shown that Raila Odinga is not, throwing in the towel yet. And 2002 general elections, Kenyans have already branded him the fifth. I hope I'm not sounding like I'm trying to predict he's going to occupy the hot seat in the country in the forthcoming elections. However, he faces stiff competition from an equal force who was one of Raila Odinga's closest campaigners and most influential people in the country, Deputy President William Ruto.
All right, Abdino, I mean, they say the fifth might be the charm. We never can tell, because Raila now has been the mainstay in terms of Kenyan politics. I mean, this former prime minister remains hugely popular despite losing 4 shots. Remember, he came out for president. He came out in 1997, came out in 2007, came out in 2013, came out in 2017. Now, this is 2022. You've mentioned the popular figures that are really backing him, but is that enough to give him a chance to win this time around?
Especially after that handshake with Uhuru.
Well, I mean, if you had mentioned Raila Odinga's name in central Kenya in 2013, 2007, some of them went to the extent of saying that it was equal to hawking pork in the mosque. But then again, though it's still, a very crazy statement there, the interpretations during the political rhetorics in the country. However, Raila Odinga has rapidly traversed the central region, and this actually was an expression of support from the most influential heads, the people, the political backings. Even Olu and Oli, President Kenyatta and the Jubilee Coalition's famous singer of the campaign song, Tano Tena, Another 5 Years, actually composed a new song for Raila Odinga. We have now the influential people in central Kenya region with Raila Odinga. He has also been able to get the support of some cabinet members, something unusual in the previous elections. He's also gotten the support of governors from some of the regions, and he has made Azimio la Umoja in different regions as well. So some people are actually saying former Prime Minister Right Honorable Raila Odinga was actually campaigning before the campaigns. What if the whistle for the campaigns is blown?
All right.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll just keep an eye on it next year, August the 9th, election day. We'll see how it all goes. So with all the coalition and all the politicking, but you'll be our man right there, our eyes and ears to tell us all about it as we build up to the elections in Kenya. Thanks once again to our East Africa correspondent, Abdino Arden.